the CEO, the CLO, and the CTO. Man, it's really a pleasure to speak with you guys. Salam, Mohammed, and then hello, Alex and Andre. First off,
Salam.
you guys basically are running the show over as at Islamic Coin. You guys are building a hawk exchange. You guys are building so many different things. Can you kind of walk us through what your kind of daily life is and what you're doing to kind of progress the project? Maybe we can start with Mohammed and then work our way to Alex and then Andre.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, Robert. And when we look at the project, and first of all, always I try to focus on why we're building this project, why there is a need for it, why the people are in need for something called hot chain or hot network, Islamic coin. But before I step into that, I would love to say, as the people can see in the project, because I saw some questions from people from community. I mean, there is a variety between the co-founders. So if you look at the project structure, project vision, the business itself, and how to address the community needs, the gaps, the Islamic finance, the halal products, and the Muslim community and beyond Muslim community. So I take care of that part. When you look at the whole technicality in the project, although yes, I'm a technical, but I'm not blockchain expert. I'm not a crypto expert. So our expert here is Andre. He's the one who takes care of the technicality and all what is behind this. When you look at the legal part, then Alex is the guy for it. Now, if we think how we spend the day, then everybody focusing on his part, and we all together as a team with this variety work together to make this project successful. Now, going back one step, why there is a need for halal let's say halal blockchain or Islamic coin. First of all, look at the community. When you have a huge community of 1.9 billion and beyond, this community from non-Muslims who follow the Islamic financial school ethics and values. For example, even the big banks now in the world, like Standard Chartered, the non-Islamic banks, even they provide Sharia-compliant products. And in some banks, even the subscribers or the accounts, they're owned by people, like majority of them, 60% are non-Muslims. So what we say, this is a global project. It addresses certain ethics and values of Islamic financial school that is successful since many years and balanced and always puts the community first. And when you look at the market cap of the Islamic finance with $3 trillion and more, and the halal product market cap $4 trillion, then of course there is a need, there is a market, there is a gap to be served. And why we decide to build a dedicated blockchain for this in layer 1 protocol, because in all other blockchains you can find all things mixed. You can find products that goes with the Sharia ethics and values and products that conflict with the Sharia ethics and values. So having all mixed in one place is not healthy, is not nice for the community. So that's why it's totally separated. And that's why in even centralized finance, you see Islamic banks, Islamic funds, Islamic insurance. Everything is like dedicated to address these community needs. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Alex, go for it, my friend.
Yep. So, we're talking about the day-to-day operations.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, because people want to know kind of what you're doing behind the scenes. How what is your kind of? We know what your role is, but what are you doing every day to kind of help expand the Islamic ecosystem and really bring value to people?
Yeah, to be honest, I really doubt that there is anything left behind the scenes, actually. So today it's getting, I would say, over-transparent. But so my most primary focus, of course, is the regulation and the legal and how the operations have been done in terms of the I would say, like the risk mitigation in terms of legal, in terms of structure, and wherever is our position there in the project. So this is my key focus here. But also, I'm involved in the business development from several perspectives. So, answering your question now, because this is my own passion, I'm the responsible for the GameFi portion of the hack, which is rolling out. It's going to be it's going to be quite huge, and this is my personal, I would say, my personal child here. I like it this way. I have a sleepless nights sometimes. So I intentionally spend more time than I can afford to myself, trying to roll out this wonderful thing. So, but yeah, my modus operandi is, I would say, like the structuring of the project and how it's how to ensure that it functions properly and effectively. So.
So you're launching a GameFi portion. Can you kind of talk a little bit, just really briefly, kind of when you guys plan to do that? Because I think that's really interesting. I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah. So it haven't been publicly promoted yet. So this is something that we are now trying to structure in the best way possible. I mean, in terms of how we're gonna structure, how we're gonna incentivize builders to deploy on hack. I mean, actually bring the games which gonna be, on one hand, still Sharia compliant, because when it comes to the games, it's not, I would say, so strict as to the finance, which I was surprised of, but still there are some limitations, and sometimes it's not so easy to understand the red lines there. So, because while generally you have a prohibition of the violence or the gambling, of course, and other certain things, there's still some very, I would say, very opaque bullet points how to actually examine one game or another. Just for your example, so most of the scholars, not all of them, but most of them, consider, for example, that Counter-Strike or Modern Warfare is fine. Yeah, even though there are players who are killing each other, because this is like the competitive part, just to compete with other players. But for example, the Mortal Kombat or any other so graphical game is, of course, not considered to be halal, because it's promotion, it's too graphical in terms of violence. So you always have to navigate yourself through this and actually find a way how to answer this question every time when you're deploying any game on hack. But actually, it's going to be pretty big. Cool. We're going to start a little bit small, but our plans are quite huge. So we allocated certain funds to support developers to go and build on hack, and moreover, we're going to create a hub here in the MENA region for the games to be developed, and there's going to be another one showcase game developed by Hack itself, which will be announced very, very soon. It's gonna be really, really cool.
I think your microphone rubs against your beard and causes that noise that
No, it's because of the sweater. Sorry.
Oh, is it? You're all good.
Air conditioning is required in Visions, but I was a little bit cold.
All right,
This is the button.
All right, Andre, go for it, my friend. We'd love to hear from you. What are you building anything else behind the scenes? We just heard about this GameFi, thing. I know you're working on the exchange, build a Hawk wallet. I mean, tell us more, man. What else are you doing behind the scenes?
Well, I try to keep myself focused on core product roadmap. I'm saying trying because not always I can fulfill my HO duty, because sometimes I have to fulfill my co-founder duties, and I have to go to conferences, to go to interviews, to participate in business development, etc., etc., etc. But as a CTO, I am not just myself. It's a team of 15 engineers who are constantly working on core product features. And by product, I mean not just the network. It's the network, the mobile wallet, and some parts of ecosystem which are integrated in this wallet. We consider that our main market target is not Web3 community, is not crypto savvy people, because one of the ideas behind the project is that currently Muslim community is cut off of blockchain technology, of blockchain market, of blockchain products, because they are not aligned with the Islamic values. And when we speak about Muslim community, we're speaking about not just people like Muhammad. We're speaking about countries like Indonesia, the largest Muslim country, Nigeria. It's just countries number 1 and number 2 in our community statistics. If you've been in Indonesia, you can observe that even if the guy knows how to handle crypto, in many cases they don't even have a safe place to keep the mnemonic phrase securely.
Yeah.
If they know how to encrypt this and store in cloud or whatever, they don't have laptop, they only have Android phones. So my personal focus is to constantly research cutting-edge technologies in blockchain space, in Cosmos, in Ethereum, whatever, and try to use some of them to increase, to make user experience better without sacrificing security. So our product, we have 2 product focuses. First, maintaining Sharia compliance of not just the network and the wallet, but of the whole ecosystem, which is being achieved by 2 parts: the network, which is Sharia compliant, and Sharia Oracle, which is a very huge topic, which ensures that ecosystem is Sharia compliant, and the user experience. There is an upcoming feature in the wallet which will enable users to create hack on-chain accounts without storing any money. They just connect their social account, they come up with 6-digit PIN code, and that's it. You lose your phone, you get your phone, you get a new phone, you connect the same social account, you enter the same 6-digit PIN code. That's the only thing you have to keep in a safe place, and the safest place is your head. And you get your account, and it's still non-custodial without control your keys. So that's 2 things which I'm trying to keep my focus on, but I'm not forgetting about the ecosystem development. It's my I would like to say it's my second priority, but trying to balance between these 2.
You got a lot on your hands, man. I understand that. And it sounds like you're making it easier. Oh,
you want to mute?
yeah, sorry about that. I was just trying to slow this down. It sounds like you're making it easier for people to hold crypto. This password idea, having it, where people can have their phone connected to their social media. That's a great idea, because people have their seed phrases. They lose their seed phrases. They lose their wallet. I mean, it's really kind of a mess, and we need to make it easier for people to be able to store and hold crypto. So that's awesome. I wanted to ask, on the Borgen.net website, you guys created the Islamic Coin, Hawk Network, Hawk Exchange, and you also created the wallet. What control does Borgen still have over these entities, or is it somebody else that is controlling the entities now?
Yeah, so the Borgen is just a company which do the development. It has a so-called blockchain development license, and basically this company is responsible for, I would say, not even responsible. What is it doing? Is it building upon Hack and actually providing the software for other parts of Hack ecosystem and actually beyond. So in terms of its, I would say, status, it's basically independent developer. Yes, people who are work there, I would say like 90% of resources are been spent on the hack ecosystem development. But in this case, we are not very different from Arbitrum Labs, for example. Yeah, so the separate company which are building infrastructure for the network. In this case for Arbitrum. So whenever you any, I would say, layer one that you can pick up, at some point they have to basically find a way how to still preserve its status as the layer one and DAO, and still have a legal presence there which can contribute to GitHub, which can basically the real and I would say like a legal world in terms of the contracts, how to pay for developers, how to give out some information representation and stuff like that. So in this case, Borgen is responsible for the infrastructure that is built upon Hack Network. So Borgen never designed or never developed the initial block. Yep. So building upon.
Got it.
The very same way.
So just to be clear, does Borgen own the Hawk wallet? If not, is it IC Network? Who actually owns the wallet?
Yeah. Sorry, can you put yourself again on mute, because yes. So the Hack wallet is owned by Borgen. If you go to the App Store or Google Play, you will see that the publisher is the Borgen. But I mean, in this particular regard, so just last week there was so many wallets that actually added the Hack Network and the Islamic Coin into their list of the currencies. So
great.
We're not really, I would say, we're not really unique here. This is our vision, how we want to make a one-stop shop, so one single window to access the hack ecosystem in the proper way. Because the Sharia Oracle will be implemented on chain, and others can basically provide an access to this. But we're the first one who actually trying to make it work here.
Great.
In connection with the open wallet.
Great, thank you, man. After downloading the Hawk wallet, I was playing around with it. It's really cool. I went through the terms and conditions, and under the law and legal jurisdiction, Borgen recognizes Vara as the main legal authority in Dubai, which is where Borgen DMCC is located. Why didn't Borgen DMCC register for a virtual asset license?
Because Borgen, once again, Borgen has a commercial license for blockchain development. So whenever software you build, this is your activity. The Borgen activity is like this. So the Borgen itself is not providing financial services to anyone. But actually, it would be weird for layer one protocol.
Yeah. Okay, man. Thank you for answering that. As you know, Vara started an investigation into Borgen and Republic. They've also halted distribution and marketing of ISLM by Borgen DMCC. What have you guys done to kind of rectify the situation, and what's happening with that?
Okay. It's a very long conversation, and it's a little bit overpowered. I would say there are a lot of things that, unfortunately, as of now, I cannot properly discuss, because this is maybe you can put the external mic again, because otherwise it goes on and on. Unmute is also fine. Yeah, so because this is the ongoing still process. There are a lot of things that we cannot disclose as of now, or sharing too many details. But whenever you represent some, I would say, project, not even the layer one, but layer one especially, at some point, if you're becoming big or big enough, I would say even, so the regulators in any country will try to poke you, just to check whether there's whether everything is fine, whether they have proper authority over you, whether you're compliant or not. So I think that, first of all, this is a, well, very normal situation. Second thing, we were in contact with Vara, I would say, even starting from when they were just an idea on paper. So when they just were announced that there's going to be a regulator, and we started to find a way how to talk to people from there, like just to acquaintance, or make an acquaintance. But so because it happened just Vara if I'm not mistaken, they came into the market like last summer. So weather was, I think they went operational June or maybe May 2022. So there was still a lot of there's a transition period. There were a lot of discussions as to how the regulations will be actually in place. So basically, the first regulation came into force in February. Then they were revised just this September. So what we're seeing here is something very commonly known as a transition period, when the regulator comes to the market and they're looking around, just mapping out what they have. They sent the same notification to every company which had a blockchain or crypto in their licensed activity, or just activity in general, and they all filled out those surveys. They all made their statements as to what they're doing or whatnot. So what is happening now is, because once again, I cannot share too many details. What is happening now is we're trying to find a way how to balance our previous existence with the current regulations. And of course, it will be done in the most professional way and, well, my sincere hope that in most amicable way. It's about us adapting to the new regulation which came into force very recent, and how the Vara perceives and sees their authority in Dubai or in the projects that are partially or even I would say unofficially acting within their jurisdiction, which is Dubai.
Okay. Would you say you're working with them to rectify the situation?
Of course, yes. We are in deep contact with them, and hopefully it will be resolved publicly. By publicly, I mean there's going to be a statement from us, probably a statement from them, of how the things shaked out. So how we are expecting.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you answering that. I know you guys are excited about the Hawk Exchange that's coming. You guys have 600,000 people already signed up to use that. Where is that exchange going to be launched? Is that going to be also in Dubai? Can you tell us a little bit about the exchange, when it's going to be launched, and where that's going to be based out of?
Yeah, well, first of all, I have to understand that HackX, I would say that probably this conversation about HackX would be much more efficient with people who are deeply involved into it. I mean, like the day-to-day operations. So there are, limited amount of actually alpha information that I can get out, or anyone in this call. But it is clear that HackX will have several, I would say, several licenses in the different places, because the exchanges these days are very, well, we see what's happening to Binance. We all remember what happened to FTX, and so we would do our best to avoid any legal scrutiny around it. So because this situation is going, I would say, in a more strict way than it was like even a year ago. Yeah. So in Europe we have MiCA. So in the US we still have shock after FTX shock, I would say. Yeah. So we are, and it's still gonna be there for quite some time, I guess. And we see the general direction for the regulation. So the hackers would have several licenses, and of course, to cover the MENA region, they're gonna have a license here. Maybe not especially. I cannot say that it's gonna be like on the Vara or here in Dubai, or it's gonna be AGJM, for example, or DIFC, or it's gonna be Bahrain. So this is still something that we are trying to understand now. But I would say the first instance will be launched very, very soon. So we will announce how it will work. I would say like in MVP mode.
Yep.
Yeah, because of all this, because of those legal particularities. But yeah, I mean, this constitution, we're excited about it, even though once again, we can get you in contact with people who are going to share more information about it because they're involved in the day-to-day operations.
Appreciate that. And I know Borgen.
And I would say,
yeah, please, Mohammed, please.
just little amendment. It's not just the HackX exchange is not just a place where you exchange one crypto to another. It's also the whole ecosystem around it, the wallet and some other products. So it's not just a boring centralized swap. It's a lot more. So yeah.
I understand.
well,
You guys are trying to.
also-
I'm sorry. Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say there is also important here to talk about why HackX, why another exchange, why HackX is unique, and why it got these 600,000 subscribers, let's say, until now. As Andre just mentioned, it's related to ecosystem. It means you have a community with their needs, with their ethics and values, and they need also to have an exchange that address that ethics and values in a Sharia compliant way. So they need to feel comfortable when they go now to any other exchanges. When they want to start buy or sell coins or do trading or use any product, they need to scan and check every product. Is it Sharia compliant? Is it okay? Does it go with our ethics and values or not? And that's also, again, part of what we do in the daily life. Every day when we wake up, we focus how we can make it 100% complies with the Sharia, how to work with the scholars. I mean, there are many exchanges in the market today, but how to make our exchanges goes with the Sharia ethics and values, how to work closely with the scholars, how to check with them, to explain it in the right way, to get their guidance, to make it clear. On the other hand, how to design the products, if it is even in on the exchange or in Hack network. Actually, if you look at these technologies of Web3, it's the most matching technology to the Sharia products, if we say Sharia finance or halal products. So what we do, you have a community that are doing that in their daily life. There is a lifestyle using that products, using Sharia finance, using halal products. You have a technology that's the most matching one to it in the Web3 and the most transparent, and more than this, that it is governance by the community. So these all parts is what we think every day when we want to shape up any product of the ecosystem, not even us. Now the community are building their products. The people are building many things. Last in August, me and Andre went to Istanbul, and there was a very amazing hackathon. And the people came up with amazing products, and we're working closely with them. One of that products, it created a very amazing sukuk product. If you know about Islamic sukuk, Dubai itself is doing more than $70 billion yearly on sukuk, and it's growing every year, and many other countries. So the community bringing that to the ecosystem, and then we need to work closely with the product's owner to make sure it is shaped out in a way that fits with the community, with the Sharia ethics and values, and we need to engage with the scholars. So we come up with everything in a sync and harmony. Then it goes to the other steps, but that's what we do and what we focus on, how to create things in a way or another unique, Sharia compliant and halal.
Thank you, Mohammed. I appreciate you guys answering. Is the Hawk Exchange, is that going to be under a Borgen, or is that going to be a different company?
No, of course it's not going to be important. No, it's a separate company, separate project basically.
Got it. Thank you, Alex. You guys did the Republic sale. Looked like globally you raised about $2.3 million with about 2,167 investors. Do you guys consider that successful? Will there be more sales? Can you talk to us about how that went and your feelings on it?
Yep. Well, me myself, and I think this is a shared opinion, we consider it success, given the fact that we used Republic for the sale. I mean, when you're deciding how to structure basically the only token sale that you're gonna have, yeah. I mean, it's very, I would say, long-hanging fruit where lucrative proposition to just do it in the easiest way possible. I don't know, like send your USDT here. We'll get back to you with the coins. So yeah, no KYC. Just trust me. Give me your money. We'll send you the tokens. Yeah, all gonna be good because we are so happy smiley faces. But we decided not to go this way. We decided that because of a lot of factors actually in place, and the community trust and the regulations and the general, I would say, state of the market at the time, that we will go for very hard exercise to go through Republic because of all their compliance regulations, all the limitations as to the marketing, as to the countries, as to the potential buyers, and actually very, I would say, complex user experience. Yeah, user journey. It is quite hard. Yeah, we tried ourselves. We know that it's hard. Yeah. So
they also messed up the email list to begin with, which kind of Republic kind of fumbled it to start with. I feel like that might have kind of hurt you guys as far as getting that email list out and getting people, because you had all this excitement going and then the emails didn't go out and people couldn't get on. And so I feel like maybe that kind of hurt you guys a little bit on that sale.
Oh, there were a lot of bumps. I
Yeah.
would say, yeah. So yeah, we met some, but no, I'm more than grateful for Republic for what they did. I mean, this is a huge event from their side. So I would say resulting thing. So we are more than grateful and happy to those who was able to participate in the Republic sale. Actually, given I would say the complexity of the user journey and the compliance onboarding and the actual purchase, how it was structured, it was not easy, and we realized that we might have made a mistake, because when we are realizing the audience which we are catered to, I mean geographically, I would say geographically and general ethics, I mean how we do it. So those people, when we are talking about that, we are catering to not so, I would say, Web3 folks, but we're trying to bring them into the space, into the industry. We forgot how we started ourselves when we just went into crypto. What is what I need to upload, what my ID, where is it? How I need to take a photo of it. What is not uploading? Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. It's too hard. So basically, because Republic allows you to see the rejections or the commitment made, but it's not paid. So, and we see how many people struggled to actually go through this process, but never made it. Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, given this fact, we are more than happy of the outcome. Yeah, we just and it was very, I would say, educational experience, because now we adjusted how I generate the approach, and then we need to educate. That's why we have a Crypto Academy. That's why we are doing more on the educational part, because we realized that it takes efforts.
Are you guys going to try to do another sale with maybe a different company, or are you guys just going to the exchange now, and that's where a lot of buying and selling will take place? Or are you guys trying to work on another company to do another raise? Since I know you guys were trying to do a $50 million raise globally. Talk to us about that real quick.
No, this is something that people actually are not. I would say they're a little bit lost there. So the 50 million is not target. It was never target. So whenever you want trying to make a sale on Republic, you have to set the minimum and the maximum. So So the 50 million was the very maximum, because we didn't made a survey how many people want to buy it or whatever. So because you cannot actually, you are unable to extend it. I mean, to raise the maximum limit within the sale. Yeah, you just make some educational guess. Like, what is our maximum here? When we can actually sell during this private sale, during this Republic sale, in order not to create unnecessary sale pressure after. So when we go through the exchanges and basically meet the possible demand. So this was our best educational guess. I mean, it was pretty high, but it's like a safe route. What is the maximum that we can afford to ourselves to distribute in terms of the tokens? So that's it. So, and answering your question, no, we're not gonna have another sales. Okay. I mean, this one was more than enough.
It sounded like it's a lot, and congratulations on raising what you did and getting the 2,100 and plus new members into the Islamic ecosystem. I wanted to ask you though, in the pitch deck for Republic, you guys talk about donating $2 billion a year to the UAE in the government there. Can you kind of explain, or is that the government, or are you guys going to be building mosques? I mean, how are you guys going to raise this money, and how are you going to put it to work to help people?
Where was it mentioned?
It's actually in the pitch deck for Republic.
In the pitch deck for Republic? Yeah.
I can actually send you a picture of it. It's all good. I'll cut this question out, but it was in the pitch deck, so no worries. I did want to ask.
This is not something. I mean, for terms of transparency as well. What we have in the project is good here to highlight that what is evergreen here, and how this is happening. There is not mentioned, or let's say it's not in our plan that we go doing charity or donation to any governments or to any specific mentioned jurisdiction geolocation, or even haven't decided we are going to build mosques or schools or whatever. So we're very clear, 10% of every minted coin goes to Evergreen DAO, and this DAO will use it to fund the project that are built by the community. However, it's important to mention that the founders has nothing to do with this DAO. They cannot decide, they cannot influence. So there is a process for the Evergreen. Maybe Andre can explain you more about it. And then there will be a certain clear steps and system that where everything that goes to the Evergreen out of this 10% it will go, and what are the mechanisms. This is yet to be announced and yet to be clear. So anything here or mentioned somewhere else about this, we request the people to just make sure they're getting it from the right sources. And this is something either might be, if we do something, it would be in our website. That's the main source, or one of us as founders can talk about it.
I found it on the website. Yeah. So yeah, but it's a little bit better of a design, but yeah, now I see it. The 2 billion. This is the evaluation of the nations in UAE. I mean, like factual one. So there's a cap in UAE. It's around $2 billion annually. So the 10% of SLM tokens are just, yes, they are going to the Evergreen DAO. But this point of 3.6 million mosques globally require new tools to digitalize their charitable fundraising activities. I think it was dragged from some concept, because I don't even see like the idea that has been tracked.
Let me clarify this. Yes, this part, the formatting there is really messed up. But what meant there is that the part is called utility value. And among the other utilities like the gas token and whatnot, there is also a market of huge market of donation in Islamic world, such as zakat. And Islamic Coin's ambition is to take part of these donation markets, to become the a mean of donation as well, both via evergreen DAO, and just as some individuals in initiatives. That's the whole idea, which definitely was not clearly communicated in the Republic Pike. Yes.
Yeah, well, it just, I mean, typo or not, guys, what you're doing, donating 10% to do all this charity work is an incredible thing. So that's a really good part of the project that I respect highly. So thank you guys for putting that in there. I did want to ask you, you see all these kind of articles floating around, early days, Islamic Coin raising almost $400 million. Are those articles accurate? And if so, is that money, is that like, not donation money, but is that money to fund the build of the network? Where is that money being put to use, if that's accurate?
Yep. So, among those articles, you can find the accurate ones, and you can find those who are not accurate. So the accurate picture looks like this. There is actual private sales. I mean, the actual funds that were acquired for the private sale, and they're amounting to 200 million, almost. It's 193, I guess, something. So the other portion, 200 millions. This is the options. So this is an option, like a funded on call. It's called with an ABO digital. You can Google it. We announced it in the most proper way, an actual way that it checked out, that it actually was made. So this is our secured financing up to 200 million. So whenever the structures of the whole hack ecosystem or the Islamic coin, they would require additional financing, they can use this option to sell the tokens from the treasury and receive the financing on call. So the secured financing, the secured finance for the hack ecosystem, for the whole project, is correct, is 400 million, well, almost. Yes, but the actual sales are 200 million. So the other 200 is as I described before.
Thank you for clarifying that, Alex. I really appreciate it. I wanted to know as far as how many ISLM tokens have been minted and are unlocked right now, because when you go to like Coin Market and CoinGecko, you don't really kind of see the circulating supply. So could one of you guys kind of clarify how many tokens are kind of out there, and what's going on with that?
Yeah. First of all, I'm personally working to deliver the APIs for both CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap to track this in real time. It's just will take some time to implement this API, but it will be there soon. Matter of couple of weeks. But we have our own calculations on chain that currently, including unlocked part of airdrop, it's something around 70 million coins. The rest is locked, vested, or there are different schedules for different categories. There is a Republic, there is an airdrop, there is a partners, buyers, and the largest vesting and cliff schedule is for the founders.
Thank you, Andre, for explaining that. Does Borgen DMCC, do they run a validator named Hawk Association on the network?
Hawk Association does run the validator. It's not Borgen.
Great. And does Borgen themselves operate any validators, under different names? Or, I mean, how many validators do you guys run if you do?
The Hawk Association runs, when the network launched, the network was in proof of authority consensus, kind of, because the validator set was limited just to 7 validators run by the Hawk Association. Yes, with help of Borgen, but it's run by Hawk Association. after transition to proof of stake, a few months before, I don't remember the exact date, we sunsetted 5 of these 7 validators, and there are only 2 validators run by Hack Association.
Great, thank you, Andre, for clearing that up. So you guys are running 2 validators. Does Borgen run any validators? Because that's the Hawk Association. Are you guys
No.
running the validators for the Hawk? Is that kind of how that works?
Borgen helps Hack Association with some parts of the infrastructure. For example, some I don't want to dig into very deep technical details, like monitoring scripts, some automation, etc., etc. So, Borgen does not run the validator, but Borgen contributes to the validating infrastructure, which not just of the Hack Association, but for the whole community of validators community.
I noticed recently there was kind of some frustrated people with kind of how the airdrop took place recently. I know that there was different levels you had to make in the Discord. You had to do a bunch of different tasks, and I guess one of the last tasks wasn't really communicated well. Can you guys talk to us about, how the community's been reacting, or to you guys, kind of what are you seeing, and how are you guys addressing maybe some frustrations on the community's part about the airdrop and how that took place?
Yeah, first of all, let me clarify the goal of not just the airdrop, but the activities which preceded the airdrop itself. I remember we told that our focus is not the Web3 community, our focus is the Muslim world who are not currently in Web3. Or if they are already in Web3, yes, they are very welcome. So our airdrop, the tasks for the airdrop, their goal is to educate our community about blockchain in general and Hack in particular. On layer 1, at this point, as of now, we did not do any features which need thorough testing. So, for example, for Arbitrum, for Optimism, for Celestia, for these kind of networks, they really do need to airdrop hunters community to deploy smart contract, vote, do whatever they offer to the users through their functionality, because they need to actually battle test the test net before launching the mainnet to the public market.
Thank you. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are moving on to the innovation on layer 1. In this quarter, we're doing the Sharia Oracle, we're doing the Evergreen DAO, and other things, and more community programs will take place. So this airdrop and tasks for this airdrop are for people who don't know about who are not educated about blockchain, but at the same time incentivized to educate themselves.
Andre, do you think the airdrop was a success, or do you think you guys, maybe next airdrop, or you guys are working to better communicate certain things with the community so you don't have some frustration? Can you say that's fair?
Yeah, I can say yeah.
Okay.
My answer will be split in 2 parts. For the for our target community, it was a huge success. We gained a lot of not just supporters, but the people who went from 0 to 1, from knowing nothing to becoming the validator on chain, even though it was not the task. And even more than that, some of them are actually helping us with the business development, because presence actually matters, and this community, I mean, the geographical presence, and this community is international. And these people, they're here for a long time. That's why vesting is not a problem for them. As for drop hunters, well, we had a choice either to do a KYC or not. We decided not to do, especially considering the Republic experience.
Yeah. I get that.
We
Man.
understood, yeah, we understood that by choosing this path, we will get a lot of software, like automated drop hunters, very well organized drop hunters like individual drop hunters who just jump in into the new network, complete some tasks, get the drop, sell it on the exchange, and move on to another one. I want to emphasize that in our program, the tasks were very simple. By simple, I mean for some it's not simple. For some people who are not experienced in blockchain, but time-wise, it's simple. You had to go on our website, follow Twitter, join Discord, obtain the role, download the wallet and create the account, stake some coins, and vote a couple of times in the governance. It's just that just a couple of mouse clicks.
Right now, people can go on and the faucet and claim, I think, 0.1 per day to help with gas fees. I think that's really great of that you guys are doing that, allowing people to earn a little bit every day to kind of help pay for some of those fees, because not everybody kind of has a ton of money to pay for all those fees. So I really appreciate that you guys still kind of do that. I did want to ask you maybe one or two more questions. I know we're kind of coming up on an hour, and I respect your time and I really appreciate it. The original white paper, the first one, there was 4 co-founders. Hussein Mohammed Al-Meze. He's not mentioned anymore. Did he get bought out, or what happened with him? Just curious.
What do you mean? Just for my understanding, like when we say he's not mentioned anymore, I mean he's still he's a co-founder.
He's still a co-founder.
It's in our website. We are in touch every day. We talk, we work together. Let me clarify one thing very important here.
Yes.
Because sometimes the people see just the media and see what's happening there, and they form a certain image in their mind, and then they just move forward with it. And let me go a little bit one step back. When we started this project, Mr. Hussein Al-Meza, he's the first Islamic banker in the world.
Yeah.
He's the one who co-founded Dubai Islamic Bank with Sheikh Saeed Lota. So since long back, and he's a great added value to the project. This is important sign when we look at the project structure, and we look that we have a co-founder like Mr. Hussein. It shows how keen are the founders to make this really Islamic, how keen that there's the first Islamic banker is with us. Hussein Al-Meza is in almost day-by-day touch with us. We talk, we discuss, we create the visions together, and when any project or product, let's say, or DApp will be run either by us, either by the community, or by anyone, of course we discuss with Mr. Hussein, and we go into the details, and then we go to the scholars. Most probably this part I take care of, and that's why I'm actually, when the people talk in a way, I feel like sometimes some people, maybe some influencers, maybe some journalists, they don't look at the shiny picture, or let's not say the shiny picture, the whole picture of the project. You feel like there's someone who looks, okay, let me talk about this. Oh, he's not appearing a lot in the videos. Let me highlight that part. This guy is not anymore in the project because he's not talking in the media. He's not appearing in videos now. Even people talk about the executive board, for example, Sharia board, advisory board. Now, let me address this point transparently. There is no project where you will find the whole boards and the whole people showing up, talking in videos, talking in media. Nobody is doing like this. There are some people, their part of the project is, part of it is to talk. Part of it is to do keynote, which I'm doing mostly. A part of it is to do stage. When it is required to an area that it is not in my specialty, I don't know that part, or I'm not expert in it. Of course, we complement each other. Alex can jump in and do it better than myself. Andre can do the technical part better than me. Mr. Hussein Miza can do the Islamic banking part when it is attached to that area is better than all of us. So everybody is covering the part that's attached to him. It's not a must in every project that everyone show up and talk and say, this is a sign that I'm attached to this project, so I'm appearing in this video. Now, that's not really the target. You will notice that, for example, we're building Crypto Academy or Blockchain Academy, and we're building the content to make the community understand and learn more about blockchain, Sharia finance, Islamic finance, Islamic coin. Why? Because we don't want the people to just come without awareness, and they don't know what they do, where they are investing, what they are buying. So we're clarifying all of this with them. And you will see soon in this academy scholars talking in videos. But of course, we will not bring the whole Sharia board talking about this. It will be one or two of the scholars talking about it. When you go to the executive board, also you can find videos where Mr. Hussein Miza was talking, videos where I'm the face who talk always and who will be in the events and who are in the most of the videos. You will see a video where Peter Rafferty also talking there, but it's not a must that the whole executive board appear in the video. Advisory board also, as yet they know, I mean, they are elite people, and in all the projects they are involved, they are not appearing in videos. They're not appearing in and tweeting in their Twitter about it, or that's not. They are in higher level than this. I can tweet. Alex can tweet. Andre can tweet. And although some of them appear in some videos by their choice, and they were happy to appear. So we don't have to bring everybody that's involved in the project to appear and talk there. And again, we are today in a very transparent world. We talk about blockchain, crypto, transparency in all of this. We can never list people and involve them in our project and put their photos, their bios and everything and talk in the news, and you see their comments in many of the articles if they are not really involved in the project. So just wanted to highlight this to be clear, because I have to say something that is also not in your face, but that's my feeling, Robert. I feel you're one of the people or influencers who want to show the truth to the people. You want to show the facts. However, we've been through many discussions, through some interviews. We saw some articles published somewhere where clearly, when you read, you know that these people there is not about showing the truth. It's just they want some attention by talking negatively about something. And today in crypto world, talk negatively about any project or say any project is a scam and people will give you attention. They are ready. So this is a hot area.
Yeah.
And I would give just some advice to some people who want to write negative or to write whatever. You're doing good marketing for us. But the other part, if you are personally in touch with me, please, to bring the truth to the people, ask questions. text, reach out to the founders, get the right information, and then publish it there.
Mohammed, thank you for clarifying that up. I think people don't take the time to kind of reach out and maybe some try to do and maybe I can't speak for other people, but if you watch my YouTube videos, you know that I'm all about bringing facts and information, and I really do appreciate each and every one of your times. You've answered pretty much all my questions. I know we've gone a little over an hour now. I don't want to take any more of your time. I did want to give you a space to maybe say some closing, anything that you guys want to maybe the community or anybody else. I just wanted to give you some time before we ended here. So I don't know who would like to start, but please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I can start, and I will try to make it brief to save the time. The part that I think we should highlight and look at that in the Islamic finance and in the halal products, where I'm going to attend one of the biggest halal conferences next week in Brazil. So this is also part for some articles that I saw people writing. Whatever we saw about the partnership might not be true. I'd say I'm going there to talk side by side with Fambras, the biggest halal food certificator in the world, in this event. And also what we do today, we are focusing on bringing the Sharia financial product and halal product, talking about the zakat solution and donations, musharaka, mudaraba, murabaha, all what we call it in Sharia muamalat. In English might be like transactions or dealing between people to each other, and sukuk as well, and many other solutions to be in a Web3 form, in a Sharia compliant form, to be presented in a very transparent way to the community and cost-effective way. And it is not only us, it is the community now. We have a lot. If Andre can tell you how many projects were brought by the community in his pipeline, he can speak until tomorrow about it.
Thank you, Mohammed. I really appreciate it. Well said. And keep doing it for the community. I know they're all behind you, and they want to see you and the team do something really special here and really kind of help them build wealth, right? Because that's what this is all about, right? Speculation to get into crypto projects that are building, and hopefully they turn into the next $50 billion, $100 billion project. So thank you, Alex. Did you want to go, and then we'll maybe finish with Andre?
Yeah. I'm not sure that I can say better than Mohammed in this regard.
Yeah.
No, Alex, I will ask you for a small favor. There's something that I missed to talk about it, which you do it better than me, which is the super utility and how we are doing something for the first time that will help the people to hold or will give them a big reason to not speculate or just dump the coins.
Yeah, well, kind of, we'll take it, we'll keep it very short. So, basically, all this scam or not scam narrative is something that is very appropriate for Web3 space, for crypto. Yeah, we got there because of all the ICO eras, because of all the then subsequent IDOs, and other, I would say, instances of the fundraisers which were based only on promises to build something. Yeah, basically, whenever project is whatever community trying to decide whether something's scam or not, they are always about like whether they deliver or not. I mean, the actual case, or they just want our money to make a rack pool or whatever. So basically, this is what has been when we were talking about the scam or not scam, what we actually imply. So. For this, in this regard, what we already achieved, so the actual domain is there. I mean, the blockchain is there. We delivered we actually delivered the mainnet even before we went to public and started to marketizing it. We decided it intentionally to build it first, the very minimum base of infrastructure and the products, and then roll it out, and then starting whatever we want to do. So now we want to move even further. When we're saying that we don't want Islamic Coin to be like the just instrument for the speculation, we actually mean it. We're now coming with the mechanics. This is why it's hard for us to talk about airdrop hunters or with people who just wanted to make a quick buck and then well off. Yeah. So it's a little bit hard for us because we never even tried to make a very successful, I would say, airdrop that would everyone love. Yeah, it's practically impossible in crypto. There's always be people who are not, yeah, who are not actually happy with it.
Yeah.
So what we are now trying to do, especially after all this sort of feedback after the Republic, after what we have here, we're trying to build something that we call in the super utility. So coming up with the mechanics when by actually having this token, having Islamic Coin, you will be constantly participating and incentivized to engage into various mechanics, not from the financial perspective, like, yeah, stake it and receive more coins and just like this. I mean, it's just greed over greed. No, this is not. We are now actually trying to build an ecosystem which would incentivize people to utilize the token in a designed way, and not just by waiting when it's going to be a green candle and they can successfully sell it. So this is challenging. This is especially challenging because we have all this, because we all have this, I would say, limitations, yeah, which are very common, which are actually Sharia principles of the finances are built upon. This is not about making quick, huge profits, but on the other hand, that's why not a single Islamic bank has actually went bankrupt up to this date, because it's slow, but it's steady, it's sustainable, and it's not for a quick profit. It's actually a very, very long road, and we are doing our best here to try to make it work in the most efficient way. And to be honest, I think we're doing pretty good.
Thank you, Alex. And I know the community is very thankful for all the hard work you guys are doing, the long nights, and all these new use cases that you're building, partnerships that you're building. A lot of people really respect that, and a lot of people are behind you. I know that you guys have an incredible community in your Discord, on Twitter, Telegram, and so thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Andre, up to you, my friend. You're up, my friend, and we'll get you guys out of here and back to work.
Yeah. Thank you. Maybe I'll be a little bit philosophical, but I like to repeat that the crypto kind of floats its path as of today. It's far away from initial idea to change like people lives in financial matter. What we see right now, especially in Web3, is just Web3 people are doing, Web3 builders are looking for Web3 traders. They forgot about people living on the earth, and this led to the crisis which we observe right now, right? The ideation crisis. When new layer 1 comes up, what we see that they are ecosystem just what is the Ethereum ecosystem, same swaps with the different labels, bonds, games, whatever else. Because of that, there is a little effort, but practically we don't see the actual effort for crypto adoption. And the whole narrative is to increase the crypto adoption. It's struggling to get off this crisis. We would not have to speak about crypto adoption if they would be available there for the real people. So in fact, we see we feel hack just like Ethereum felt itself in 2016. Vitalik did not invent TIX. Vitalik did not invent flash loans. Whatever else we see now in Web3 ecosystem. It was created by a community which saw the amazing technology and just ideated around this technology and delivered amazing products, which became mainstream. So we see that, let's call it, Islamic Web3 world is currently a blue wolf with no products so far. some kinds of products on Ethereum, they are already Sharia compliant, and games, AMMs, some of them, and some others. But mostly, DeFi is not Sharia compliant because of many reasons. But the most important one is the whole DeFi volume is on the shoulders of culturalized bonds, which as they are implemented right now, are not Sharia compliant. So that's why our business development is not. We don't just approach the existing projects to deploy and hack and adjust their product, but also, Madam Mohammed said, we're doing hackathons because one of the unicorns, they have been created on hackathon. So when Ethereum ecosystem was very young, so we're doing essentially the same. We're trying to have the technology, we have a framework for to developers to make, for builders to make sure that their application is Sharia compliant, and for users to be sure that whatever they use is Sharia compliant. And like Jeff Bezos said in one letter to the company, his employees, limitations boost creativity. So that's these exact limitations which we hope or believe will boost creativity. That's my view.
Thank you, Andre. Guys, I really appreciate your time. Listen, there is an open platform here. You guys can come back anytime if you ever want to talk about anything new that's coming. Please feel free to come back. I really appreciate you answering these questions. I know some of these questions are very direct, and you guys did a great job, and I really do appreciate it, and I know the community will respond. Thank you very much, and I wish you a fantastic day. Keep building, keep doing what you're doing. The community really does appreciate you. All right?
Thank you as well. Looking forward to talking again.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.